Hi. I just bit my tongue. Right as I started, I bit my tongue. I'm sorry. I'm like, to get better lighting, I put it right here on my window and I'm looking outside and I just heard some dogs freak out. So I'm like, what's up with that? Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Diamond Rose Show. This is my last video until I move to New York, which is next week, which is crazy. It's making me nervous. So this video serves as like a recap for the past 2 years. No, I don't want to go back that far. This is a recap over stuff that happened the past 2 years, not the full 2 years, because oh, there's a dog. Okay. Oh, there's two. Okay, that explains it. All right, so we're gonna recap some few things and what did Diamond learn? What did Diamond feel? Why isn't Diamond packing? Because she's moving next week. Huh. Okay, we're not going to think about that. We're going to think about other stuff about my time in Utah. Yes. Okay, so I was in Utah for 2 years, for the past 2 years, to get my master's. Shout out to my other grads who graduated. A couple of my friends from high school actually graduated with their PhDs and stuff, and I'm like, fuck yeah, y'all are doing it! Like, congrats! Like the one person that came to my head is Sammy Roseberry. Like, but that's fantastic. I saw your pictures; it was beautiful. But yeah, congrats to all the grads out there who graduated, because y'all fucked it up. Like, y'all did it. Y'all did the damn thing. Like, congratulations, regardless of what age you are. Graduating is a fantastic endeavor. It is beautiful. It's great. It's tiring, and then a lot of people that you don't fuck with want to fuck with you around that time, and that's funny to me. But congratulations nonetheless. I sound kind of scratchy and shit right now because I think I'm getting sick, and it's more than likely. What the fudge? More than likely just stress trying to manifest itself in different ways, and I refuse it. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. But anyway, Utah. I graduated with my master's from Utah. That's the whole reason why I came to Utah. Utah was never a state that I thought that I would end up in. Not even a state I thought I would travel in, but I found myself here for 2 years, got my master's in education, and now I am off to New York, not the city. A lot of people have been asking me that. I'm like, no, no. I'm not, no, no, just no. I'll be moving to Troy for the summer, but I'm looking at apartments in Albany and stuff, just, you know, that whole thing. But a couple of things I did notice while living in Utah is kind of my own development and how I interact with people and how I present myself to people. When I first got here, I was still high school diamond, which is crazy because I had already been to college for 4 years, and this was just an additional 2 years to get a master's. But I still realized I was doing the same shit I was doing in high school as for communicating with people and interacting with them. And it backfired immensely because a lot of people that I thought were my friends that accepted Diamond for, the eccentric weirdo that I am were just not down with the cause. And it did cause me some serious strife, some serious, like, what the fuck? What am I doing wrong? And then I had to come to the conclusion, it's like, Diamond, you are in your early 20s. Damn, like, about to be in my mid 20s. Like, I turn 25 next year. There's just some people you can't fuck with. And that's okay. There's like over 8 billion people on the planet now. Unfortunately, just due to circumstances, you have to interact with these people right now. But that's not reflective of the people you interact with later on in life. And these 2 years felt very long, incredibly long. But in hindsight, it went very fast. And a lot has happened in the past 2 years. I was working on campus, and I'm just completely jumping subject from what my initial subject was, but I've been working on campus for the past 2 years, and a lot of things has happened. We had a death on campus every year since I've been here. My first year one of our international students died. He was carjacked in a parking lot right on campus, and he died. And so that took a toll on me. And I was like, this is fucking weird. And then the response that the school and my job had really made an impact on me and about, whether or not I want to stay in this field. Fast forward, we had a recent death in October. That one was closer to home for me because I knew her and I was friends with her, and it was an area I worked in. And it also impacted how I feel as a professional, how I feel as a friend, all that stuff. I didn't lose 2 friends, but I lost a couple of people who I was really close to. Not by death or anything, but simply because it's like, I can't live my life under your fear, your anxiety. I can't. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately because I feel a bit selfish, but I'm like, I just can't. I can't. There's some things I can't tolerate. There's some things I can't deal with on a daily basis. So I have lost a couple of friends up here, which, some nights were harder than others, especially when I have nothing to do and like I wish I could tell them something or I think they'd find this funny. But then after a while, it was like, you know what? It's okay. Life goes on. I'm not going to be upset about this. I'm not going to try to rekindle a relationship that in the end was being detrimental to me and my mental health. Because I feel like I've been quite accommodating to people in their mental health in the past 2 years here, to a point where it is causing me to neglect my own mental health. So I refuse to do that anymore. I refuse it. And it might be selfish. It might be, not, friendly or whatever, but it's important for me to move the fuck on and to be able to be an adult. To have adult friendships and adult relationships. I'm not going to allow someone else's mental health to permeate or control what I do in my life, as to make them feel more comfortable, because that's too many people for me to be accommodating when I live with myself every day. Why am I not accommodating myself? So, preachy moment, but I was over it. I'm over it. I'm over with dealing with other people's neuroses, other people's anxieties. I'm over it. I'm no longer going to make it my mission to accommodate people to a point where I am neglecting myself, where I can't speak my truth, where I can't be the lively diamond I am. I refuse to interact with people like that anymore. That's just like, okay, whatever. I've been looking at apartments in New York, and like people have been telling me, oh, this isn't available. This is no longer available. I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, my point is I refuse to compromise myself anymore for other people's mental illness. And that'll probably come back to bite me in the ass one day. But as of right now, I feel like it's the right thing to do. I refuse. And it's not like that I'm not going to support my friends who do have mental illness. It's not that I'm not going to be there for them when they have bad days. It's just that if my entire relationship revolves around your bad days, then I refuse to be a part of it. And I found that to be the biggest part of my life and my relationship with people here in Utah, is that I am a part of their bad days to a point where that's the only thing I see of them, always. And I know going through a spell of really fucked up stuff, trust me, had like a breakdown in class, had to get rescued. There was a lot, but I don't think it'd be good for me to continue to interact with people whose life is completely defined by one mental illness. And while I'll be there no matter what, I'll be there for them if they need me, I need to take care of myself. So there's that. Utah has also made me very cynical about a very lot of, like, just so many things, like, god dang, and I feel so bad. So I'm trying to release that before I go to New York, because Utah is its own monster. It's its own monster filled with littler monsters, I guess. It's it's not a space meant for the healing and the growth of women of color at all. And I'm gonna be 100% with that. I'm never taking that back. someone will find this in 10 years when I'm running for president or some shit and be like, Diamond doesn't like Utah. Well, here's the thing. I have had such ridiculous, absolutely horrendous experiences here in Utah around my identity as a Black woman. And I will not refuse. I'm not taking that back. Utah is a very white state, surrounded by very white mountains, surrounded by very white people. It's it's understandably so. And I'm not going to come in and try to dismantle your bullshit, because this is some historical shit that I've never been a part of this. But there's a lot that had me, gosh, like, ugh. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm just like, ugh. But yeah, Utah's got its own thing going on. But I think one thing I can say I appreciate about my experience at Utah is that it's reinforced my love of my Blackness. Because if I had not had the time here in Utah, I don't think I would be as passionate as understanding about my Blackness, my identity as a woman, and can appreciate it, because it's such a, gosh, I can't even think of words. It's such a drastic change from what's around here. The head wraps I wear. Right now I'm rocking a fro. You can't tell because I've just woke up. Head wrap. Don't ask questions. But wearing bright colors, talking loud, telling people off, like just being me is such a stark difference from what Utah is about, that if I had not had the experience to be in a place where my Blackness is so amplified because I am around very few Black people, then I don't think I would be able to appreciate it as much as I, did. So it's very interesting. I don't want to return to this state. I don't plan on returning to the state. I will not return to this state. But it has shown different components of myself that I think are very important. And that's I'm Black, I'm a woman, I'm cisgender. But it is important that my voice is heard. And I've had moments where I've had to stand up to myself with other Black people who for some reason use very, very negative stereotypes against me. One of my coworkers actually called me bullish, like last semester or some shit. And he's a Black man. And I'm like, you're really going to use that to describe me in front of all these white people we just met, because it was about the incoming of new people that we had hired. And I'm like, you really going to do that? Is that really how you're going to present it? Is that really what you want to do? Okay. I told him off, and he already knows that if he came at me like that again, that my words will probably not be as kind as the first time he did that. So it's been a very interesting dynamic, because not only am I combating the whiteness that is Utah, I'm combating the very small amount of internalized racial identity and Blackness against people who live here already. So the Black people who do live here, there are very few of them that I've met that have a sense of self, who are not willing to compromise themselves in order to look favorable, among white people. And, a few of those people that I know, they've graduated, congratulations, and they're moving the fuck up out of Utah, because I don't think anyone of color who lives in Utah can just stay like that, just like, stay strong, stay Black, without having to somehow compromise themselves in order to feel safe. And, defense mechanism, that's a totally different topic. That's a totally different talk for another day. But I can't do it, and I refuse to do it. I think the title of this thing is going to be I Refuse, because I've said that many times recently. But yeah, Utah's been very interesting to me. It's been very interesting to me. So let's think about good things that happen. I've been talking about all the bad shit. God damn. Good thing. I filmed my first movie here, The Happy Worker. I don't know when it comes out. But I'm on the IMDb page, so yeah. I filmed my first movie out here, which was fun. It was a very interesting experience. It really told me, like, I've always had this idea about what movies are like, and I'm like, this is how it is. It's gonna be great. It is fucking exhausting filming a movie, and I wasn't even a main character. I'm like, God dang, it's exhausting. So that was fun. That was very interesting, and that's very exciting for me. I can't wait for it to come out. I want to see it with all my friends and shit. So we'll see that. I adopted two little butthead chinchillas. I was just saying they looked weird. I didn't know what they were doing. I love them with all my heart. They're moving with me to New York. They're gonna hate the drive because we're driving, but we gotta get there. But I love them. They're adorable. And I don't think I would have ever considered a chinchilla if I hadn't moved to Utah. There's no, good God, y'all, I am so sorry. There is no connection with Utah and chinchillas. It's just that I met chinchillas for the first time while in Utah. And I adopted them. They're adorable. And overall, I've met some really cool people. My cohort was really good. We had our moments at the beginning where I was like, meet me in the parking lot. I'm beating some of y'all's asses. But after that, like, I really saw the growth that people had. A lot of people developed into really strong, like, professionals and really kind of did a whole change about when they first came in. A lot of them still clung on to that identity of, like, I'm white, I'm bad, blah, 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 and like stuff like that. But then slowly realizing that if you look at it in a critical way, that there's so many other things that we need to talk about besides you being white. You're not getting a master's degree to get bashed because you're white. So let's start to talk as though we are master's students. So it's been very interesting seeing a lot of people grow in that way, and I'm grateful for them. And in fact, I have found that this is one of those cohorts where I'm going to be very sad not to interact with these people anymore. Some of them, you know what? I'll be fine if I never speak to them again. I do wish them the best. Others, I'm going to genuinely probably mourn the distance I'm going to create because of proximity. And that's okay. That's fine. But one of my cohort mates, who we've been oddly following each other for the past, like, couple of years, I did an internship at Baldwin Wallace University a couple of summers ago. And then the following summer after that, she did the same internship. We'd never met each other. And then we both ended up at the same program for our MED. And then we are both moving to New York. She's working at Cornell. I'm going to be working at Rensselaer. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, we've been following each other. That's so weird. So, and she's one of the ones that I really appreciate too. She was my capstone buddy, is Bethany. She's a fantastic writer. She's very passionate about what she does, and she's going to be excellent in the job she's in. So I'm very glad having her within close proximity, because I feel like she can relate to the Black girl affair, the professional affair, the woman affair that I did not necessarily receive here at all times. So I'm really appreciative of her being close by. And I'm very interested to see how our paths will converge or parallel or divert later on in life. But as of right now, we're both moving to New York. In fact, she's already out near that area. She's visiting friends and stuff, so I'm excited for her, having her little vacay. And then there's some people that I'm like, great, we interacted as people, but nonetheless, Utah's been very interesting. I'm sorry this video was so long. I initially was going to make this video only like 5 minutes long, but I guess I just needed to say some shit. So there's that. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Like I said, I'm moving to New York. I will be moving out there next week. Good gracious. If you want to donate to my GoFundMe for my moving costs, because it's going to cost a lot and I'm getting nervous about it, I'm going to put the link to the GoFundMe down in my description below. And I hope to be settled and whatnot that weekend, and I will make a video so y'all can all see where I'll be temporarily. I am apartment shopping. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day, have a wonderful summer, end of the school year. Congratulations to all my grads. Congratulations to those who are just starting their journey and that's your first semester or your first day. You're going to do great. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.